Hey, what's going on, folks? It's me, Justin, and today it's the Site Suite case study for April 2023. It's the 1st of May. It's May Day. We're going to talk about some of the website stuff. It's a long one today, right? We're going to be talking about quite a bit of stuff, going into some detail as far as what I'm working on, um, getting my VA back on board, email marketing, shit, it's all right there. The main site, the clone site, the e-commerce site, the breakdown of traffic and earnings, the email marketing efforts, and the AI usage. It's all there. So grab a snack, refill up on your coffee. We're out. It's 3:30. We're out of coffee now. And buckle up. Here we go. Sorry for the clipping. So of course the main website, that's not a picture of it. But it started in January of 2020. I put up 13-ish articles, one like kind of a calculator tool. And then it just let it marinate. I was working on other sites at the time. And then COVID hit, and the site I was working on really got slapped because it was a job board and nobody was hiring in March, April of 2020. So I started working on this site again. Placed a big order, started just pumping content on there. If you want a little cat action right there. The thing is, the site, last time I published anything on the site, or at least had my VA publish on the site, was November of 2022. So it's been more than 6 months since anything was published, but that's all about to change because I found I don't know, like kind of like I've rekindled the fire that was this site and this niche and all that kind of stuff just by creating a lot of digital products and that. So talking about all that soon. So again, I'm going to change that. We're going to start publishing again. The clone website, of course, is basically I took all those really well-performing pieces on the main website and said, okay, guess what? I'm going to create a whole new site, whole new server over here, just taking those the content ideas that were working for the one site, doing them again, seeing if I can just take up more real estate in the SERPs. That's basically what it is. Getting about I placed an order for the cheapest content I could find for this, 1.1 cent per word content, and it's evident that it is 1.1 cent per word content. As a matter of fact, the AI content that I'm creating for this whole e-commerce experimental thing I'm doing is better than that 1.1 cent per word content. And it's it's 1/100th of the cost. So I said a couple of days ago in like a tweet, I was like, listen, if you're spending less than like 3 cents per word, you might as well just be using AI, because the content, that 1.1 cent per word content, is very just facts. There's no personality behind it, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It seems like it's more technical writing than like, I guess, kind of more edutainment, if you will. There's not a lot of, like I said, there's not a lot of personality. There's not a lot of storytelling going on. It's just very, this is how much it costs. This is the stats. These are the numbers. But it's getting traffic, so that is good. And I regret to inform you that I don't have a screenshot for the actual traffic, but I do have a chart that I was created, and it does show. Granted, it's a sliver compared to the other site, but it's getting some pretty good like traffic already. And lastly, again, I am experimenting with some AI content on there. Again, for the e-commerce kind of experiment I got going on. So, and then the e-commerce website, yes. So it formerly was on a subdomain, shop.website.com. I just registered a domain, redid everything WooCommerce, and put up everything, basically copied over that site to a new one, or the subdomain to a new domain name. And the reason, for whatever reason, the subdomain was just so slow. Like, the main site isn't that slow. The server could be better. Like, I think anybody's server could be better. I could be going with like AWS, something like that, but I'm not. But the site was damn slow, the subdomain. But now it's on a new domain, it's up to speed as far as actually not terrible to use. So there's that. If you want to know more about that, the digital product bonanza video I made, that's what it's about, more or less. Basically, or just do a rundown real quick. Creating a bunch of digital products that my audience, I imagine, would want to purchase. Oh my God, like brain busting shit, right? But no, like right now it's a lot of like caption packs for social media. And the example I'd like to use and continue using is like bakeries or restaurants, like 100 Instagram captions for your bakery, 100 Instagram or like social media captions for your cupcakes, whatever, like your 100 Christmas captions for your bakery, shit like that, where it's just like, hey, I'm just going to target this one really this business and just run the gamut of, hey, here's captions that you can use. And then from there, I can also, I'm not just sticking with captions. That was just like number one. It's also like, I can create like video scripts for these companies, and like other digital products. So, it could be recipes or something like that for, the bakery example. But I'm just kind of figuring out and looking at, really, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking at what other people have created, and I'm going, oh, I can recreate that. I'm not buying it. I'm not looking. I'm not like copying their shit. I'm just like, oh, they have a planner that they've created using Excel for bakeries. They have like a weekly schedule Excel document. I can create something like that, and I go and create something like that, and then I put it on for sale, and people buy it. Like that's the really great thing, is like, it's getting sales. It's not like it is not fruitless. I don't know. Yeah, it is fruitful. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I got going on. And it's really easy to create them, especially with, and I'll talk about this more later, using like the bulk publishing spreadsheet. It's not just useful for blogging. It's useful for like really any written content. That's how I'm creating the caption packs. That's how I'm creating the scripts. That's how I'm creating these kind of idea things and then executing whatever. So that's that. So here's some numbers, right? Everybody wants to see the numbers. I started this because here's the thing. All right. Because all these sites are just kind of melding together, there's no like delineation as far as earnings go. It's the clone site is sending traffic to like the affiliate offers from my main site, and some of those there is no way to separate between, by campaign or by source. So a lot of those numbers would really get blurred, and I could sit there and go, well, we can just take the click ratio, and okay, if this one sent 100 clicks, this one sent 10,000, we'll just take 1% of the earnings and allocate it towards this site. It's like, no, why even bother? It's the whole suite. It's there. So the green line is total revenue, which came out to, I have the numbers over here. So 4416.57, highest month yet so far. Earnings per day in April, $147.22 every day, no matter what, whether I was sitting at the computer or at 2 baseball games back to back, in which the home team lost both times, going on a date, freaking at the gym, doesn't matter. Boom. Every single day this month, these websites made $147.22. Yeah. So it was, up just a smidge from previous month, up $161. I'm cool with that. Consistency is better than going down. Woohoo! What else we got? RPM was about a little bit more than $50 for an RPM. Again, that number's kind of wonky because it's not a display ad website. It's an affiliate site. And a lot of these earnings are from months and years past, as far as traffic coming, signing up and making purchases or doing whatever kind of transactional thing occurs in which I get a percentage. Let's see, other numbers. Yeah, that's kind of it. Next slide is going to be kind of cool. It's something I haven't really done ever, and that's a breakdown by affiliate program, because there's 20, 30 on the site, and I have it so it shows like, hey, it's a stacked graph, kind of like this one is. But beyond that, just looking at this graph, as you see, the main site, just traffic really exploded this year. I think this is December right here, January, February, March, April. It's going up. We won't see really the effects of this for a few months. I mean, you can kind of, that's just how the site goes. There's a pretty significant delay between traffic and then earnings. And that's cool, because the thing is also with mostly affiliate programs that I'm a part of for the site, if this site's traffic went down to zero, my earnings wouldn't go down to zero. It's not the traffic and earnings are not necessarily tied together in that. Again, if traffic goes to zero, earnings go to zero. I would still continue to earn. It wouldn't be a flat line. It'd probably do this number all the way down to zero on a long enough timeline. But yeah, the stacked graph. So the e-commerce, I'm pretty sure this is stacked. It has to be stacked because they're whatever. So the e-commerce, I just did this for January. I mean, I'd say 90% of the traffic for the e-commerce site is direct from the main site. And so it's, I can have the numbers right here. Yeah. So in April, it had 169 organic visitors from search, one from social, one from organic video, 29 from email, and then 2,700 came from referral or direct, as in directly from the main site. So mostly just people that are coming from the main site over here. But the page views is, it's an e-commerce site, almost 2 page views per session, which is pretty cool, especially compared to the 1.26, which has been consistent for years on the main site. It's just 1.26, 1.25, 1.26. It's always there for page views per session. And then the green smidge right there, that green little sliver right there is the clone site. And that had, I guess, page views wise, in March, that was the first month it had 204 page views. In April, it has 1,022 and also 1.25 page views per session. So very consistently there. Looking at as far as the breakdown of traffic for the main site, 52,000 from organic, down about almost 4,000 from March in BD. Direct, referral, both pretty consistent, about 2,500. Social, I don't know what happened here, but social went from 87 visitors from social media in March to 338. And I have no idea where that came from. I mean, I'm sure I could do a deep dive and figure out exactly what, Twitter or Facebook or whatever, but that went up like crazy. And then email was 29. Again, just started email again, middle of April. So hopefully we'll start seeing more people coming back from email and kind of bopping around. So yeah, that's kind of it. What's up next? Yes, the breakdown. So this is, again, something new that I've really had to spend a little bit of time to actually compile. And I think I could speak on a few of these different kind of sections here. So what you're seeing here is just every single affiliate program. There's 20, it looks like 20, and then my products on various sites as well. So it's about 24 sections here. Some are zero, some are zeroed out, so they're not going to show. But a breakdown by affiliate programs. And you can see that like there's like 3 dominant ones: the red area, the yellow area, and the kind of a light blue area. And that yellow area really is having a big impact on at least the trends over the last few months. Well, basically last year. That huge spike in August of, 2022. Somebody was spending a lot of money for 2 months, and they stopped, and then they came back. They came back for 4 months, and they stopped again. So major fluctuations. I actually thought because of this area right here that this month was going to be a lot less than last month, but apparently, a few other programs picked up the slack. So really happy to see that. This section up top here, this kind of dark, this plum, we could say, in this dark blue area. I did have, so let's see. Okay. I believe this dark red area, this plum area, and this red area, they were from the same sites, but I had them broken down because they're 2 kind of different, kind of like different programs within that affiliate program. It's hard to describe without just outright saying it. So I just consolidated those moving forward. And same with, I think, the blue area, the dark blue is consolidated with the yellow area. So that's kind of that. That's why those don't show up anymore. And then lastly, let's see. The bright pink purple, whatever color this is, magenta. Those are my own products. That's any ebooks I have, any the new digital products I'm creating and selling. That's my stuff, and I want to get that area as large as I possibly can. So I'm not really reliant, or if something were to happen, this big gap occurs again where some program goes from making $1,500 to $600. I'm not going to be too worried about it because I want this area to be the largest area, my own stuff. So yeah, the purple is my site. This green is ebooks that I created and put on Amazon KDP. There's just one right now. I can make a bunch more. I do have a few in the pipeline that I just got to really take and format the information, and I can sell it on my own site and also sell it on Amazon to kind of tap into that audience. So that's the breakdown. Gonna keep that up. I like that just to kind of see how trends are going, and this red line just saved the month basically. Yeah, that's that. What's up next? Email marketing. Okay, this is where I'm going to be spending my time. I should have had my VA slide here first, but what can you do, right? So I booted up Active Campaign account on April 12th. I ended it, I want to say, back in maybe November or October, because again, short-sighted. I've said this in another video at some point. It was like short-sightedness / just an amateur mistake of, oh, this is costing me 90, 150, whatever bucks a month, but I'm only making 50, 100, whatever the case is. This isn't worth it. Well, it was. The products being offered weren't there. The actual usage of the software wasn't all the way. And I don't know, there's a lot more I could be doing. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be doing that now. So booted that back up. And I guess really ultimately with the email marketing is to get people to the e-commerce site and ultimately make a purchase. So we're back with that. This is kind of how we're looking. I realize this is the really boo-boo ass picture because it's zoomed in instead of showing the full thing. But average new contacts per day is 17. That's not accurate because this huge spike is when I actually synchronized the data with the WooCommerce. So all those stuff was still for sale on the sites, and people were able to download something for free. So I was getting that information. On that day when I synced it, all those 300, however many accounts actually came over. So they loaded them up, boom, they're there. But that is not some crazy anomaly. I want to say the real average new contacts per day is about between 5 and 12, which I'm totally cool with because I did change the opt-in. I don't know if I bring this up. Okay, whatever. I changed the opt-in. Previously, I had a PDF opt-in, kind of a general. Everybody kind of does that. But I got to thinking, if I want email to be my primary communication with the audience, these subscribers, I don't want to give them something that's not email. Otherwise, you have people that just want the PDF, and then they stay on, they don't check their email, whatever. No. So I switched up. Instead of giving a PDF that was we'll just say 30-day challenge. Now I just say, all right, I'm going to send 30 emails in 30 days. That's the opt-in. If you want that, that's what you're opting into. 30 emails in 30 days. And it's just information. Voila. Yeah, so I'm getting less opt-ins, but those people are actually, for the most part, looking and reading emails. And I want more people to unsubscribe. I really do. I want to start sending just a lot of emails to get people that don't want to see those emails out. I don't want to pay for people that are just kind of dormant. They're on the list. They open the emails, but they don't really take action. They don't ever click on anything. They just kind of clear them out or whatever. I want those people gone. I want them to unsubscribe. So more unsubscribes. I want more people to unsubscribe. And the other fucking problem I'm having right now with email marketing is that I had about a little more than 1,000 active contacts, as in they weren't unsubscribed, they weren't bounced, they were somewhat involved. I'm not exactly sure the definition as far as active campaign goes for active contacts as opposed to new contacts. Right now I'm at 1,300. But yeah, a lot of those, again, haven't received any emails in 6 months, and now I'm starting to send emails again. So some are bouncing, some are unsubscribing, which is great. Unsubscribe, get the fuck out of here. But some are again dormant. So I'm gonna have to set up something where it's like, hey, if they haven't opened any email in 60 days, we'll say, like, just unsubscribe them automatically. I got to see if I can do that, or mark them tag them as delete, and then I'll go in and manually delete them after every month or something like that. Because I just don't want them. Get out of here. I gotta pay for you. You're gonna hurt my deliverability by marking shit as spam or whatever. So that's that. Anyway, here's a few of the campaigns that are running, or like the automations that are running. I don't want to click away because I think like I'm 20 minutes in, and I think if I click away, then it's gonna like switch to a different screen, and it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. So, going off the top of my head, thinking about this, I think this first row here is the welcome sequence. Yeah, it's just, hey, here's what we got going on. Then it checks like, did they open the email? Yes. Okay, then end it. If they didn't open the email, then send them basically the same thing. And if they don't open that email, mark them to be deleted, because if they're not going to open the welcome email, they're not going to open any other email. Like, get out of here. I don't care. Bye. So that's that. You can see like the open rates, click-through rates, unsubscribe rates, bounce rates. No one's forwarding. That's okay. Let's see. I think this is the opt-in. This row right here is the 30-day challenge. I just started setting this up, so that's why the numbers are really low. And there's only 8 campaigns because I have them all written. All 30 of them are written out, but I just have to go and copy them and format them into an email. And I don't really have to do them all 30 at once. I can stay 2 or 3 days ahead of the next person, or the person that's going to receive the next emails. So that's what I've been doing. Because it's just so tedious, and I do like 2 or 3, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go do something else. This sucks. So maybe I'll teach my VA how to do that. But yeah, again, some people are opening, some are clicking, but the open rate, 51% it's too early to tell. Let's be real here. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I think next time I create, a slide like this, I'll actually have like the names there, not specifically, but generally what they are. That way it's easy to talk about. But open rates are pretty good. Click-through rates it's too early to tell. Let's be realistic. So that's that. So AI usage. I am like listen, all the products that are being created are being done using AI. Shit you not. Using the bulk publishing spreadsheet, it's kind of billed as being a like an article creation tool, but it's really a tool to create any written text en masse. And that's why I started with captions, because I don't know where my book's at. I'm not going to pause this. I'm just going to. I have a book somewhere that is the 30, or not 30, but the like big book of words that sell. It's like a copywriting kind of handbook where it's just literally just, here's all these, like, what stage of the buyer's journey are you in? What kind of product is it, or something like that. And it's just a big old glossary of free. And then I'll give an example of how somebody used free in a headline. And it's just basically a book of headlines, we'll say. So I just found certain sections that make sense for social media captions. I said, all right, I'm going to take this spreadsheet. I'm going to find 60 or so of these action words, we'll say, to start the actual tweet or Instagram caption or whatever. So that's how it starts. I have the prompt, which is, write a 240 character tweet for a bakery that wants to promote their new cupcakes. And that's what it does. It starts that word, and then kind of fills in the rest based off, however the language learning models work. Boom, it creates it. Boom, it creates it. And it just goes down the line. I just got to click and drag, and it creates 100 and some odd tweets or Instagram captions or whatever in 38 seconds. And it costs 28 cents. And I turn around, I can sell those for $2.99 a pop. And people have been buying them. So yes, that's how I'm using it to create these products. Same with really any written text. Like this is why I wanted to hire the VA to publish, so I can just work on this, because this is fun. This is actually enjoyable. But also the articles. So I think I have like a whole slide later, but I'm also using this to create these articles for these new products. So I'm gonna be talking about this here soon anyway. But basically, for every single product that's being created, I want to create 3 articles so I can publish them on the main site, the clone site, and the e-commerce site to all point back to the e-commerce page for that product to try to sell. Again, I'll talk about this in detail. And I'm using ChatGPT for ideas. Like I was never like against ChatGPT, but I just wasn't using it because I'm like, oh, okay, like this is cool. Like I'm not gonna use this to write articles, but I'm using it a ton for like super specific questions that are just like impossible for Google to answer. You know, like I like right before I started recording this, I went on and because the subdomain, I wanted to redirect all those pages to the main or the new website, the new e-commerce site on its own standalone, you know, whatever. And I didn't know how to Google, you know, the HT access to basically make it so if they're at shop.url.com/product tags/X bakery to redirect them to newdomain.com/product tag/bakery. However, I could just explain that to the old chat GPT and copy this under your, you know, in your HT access, and it works perfectly. So there's that. That's how I came up with the idea for the 30-day challenge. I just said I need a 30-day challenge for a bakery social media. You know, I need a 30-day challenge for bakeries to increase their social media presence. And it spit me out 30 ideas for every single day. And then I took that list, copied it over to the spreadsheet. All right, this is game. All right, I'm putting you on right now. This is all you have to do. Copied it over to the spreadsheet, prompted, write me an email for this, write in the first person, make it friendly, blah, blah, blah. This is for bakeries that want to increase their social media presence. It's a 30-day challenge. And welcome to day 1 of the 30-day challenge for bakeries to increase their social media presence. Then there's the first thing you want to do is plan out the rest of your month, blah, blah, blah. Click and drag down the line. It creates all 30 emails, 9,000 words for $1.30, and it's there. It's fucking done. So that's what we got going on. I'm excited. All right. Anyway, so again, I just kind of talked about this, but I'll talk about it again. All right. So here's my game plan. I'm going to talk about this after I talk about this. Okay, my VA. I rehired my old VA today. Well, contract was sent out on Saturday. She signed. I said, start on Monday. Good to go. So basically all she's doing is all these articles that I'm getting back from the writers for 1.1 cents per word, and all the ones I'm creating with the bulk publishing and the AI and all that kind of stuff. She's doing all that. I'm sending them to her. You format it like this. You put these images in here. You link back to the products. You're doing that part. I'm creating more products. I'm going to create more of the articles for you to publish to point back. So that's what she's doing. That's all I really got to say about her. She's an all-star. All right, so the content plan, right? This is what I'm basically going to be doing for this month, maybe next month, maybe the month after that. So creating these digital products, right? I've already have like 20 something that are created. I got 20. By the way, I don't know if I said this, but I apologize, but we're going to go all the way back to here before we continue on. So here, all right, product sales. So on my site in January, the green or the pink sliver there. Well, the pink sliver, the on-site $20.97, on Amazon $23.51. On February, my site, whatever, $41.94, $26.89 on Amazon. In March, $63.95 for my site, $20.43 on Amazon. And this last month in April, $19.10 on Amazon, $73.39 on my site. Remember, I just started putting out emails. So this, May should be like the first month of like, hey, we're getting jiggy with it. But anyway, let's get back to here. Just thought I'd drop that. So create these digital products. Again, I already have like 25 already created. What I need to do now is create 3 articles for every single one of the products that are being created. Again, going back to the bakery example, like captions, social media captions for bakeries. So I want to create that. Here's a list of 120 captions that you can use for your bakery. Copy and paste, doesn't matter where you're at. Write 3 articles for that product. So again, how to write Instagram captions for bakeries. Why social media is essential for bakeries. Things like that. Not necessarily looking at keyword data or anything. Like that's one thing I want to make abundantly clear. Like I'm not looking on Ahrefs for, oh, is this going to get traffic? No. I'm just having it created. All right. Here's how I'm ordering. Here's how I'm ordering the creation. It's what products have already sold. What products have actually made a sale? That means people are looking for them. So I'm starting with those. And then once those are there it is. That's why I was looking down. She was gonna jump. What products have already sold? Okay, now that those are all, we got the articles for all those created, we'll just go down the line and do the next ones. And I want to not necessarily create the same article 3 times, how to write Instagram captions for bakeries 3 times, but some kind of something related to that where I can realistically link back to that product and get one of those published on all 3 of the different sites, main site, the clone site, and the e-commerce site. Let's see. Yeah. So publish on all the different sites. Because here's the thing, like a lot of the content that's right now, like the reason why the e-commerce sales are so low compared to the traffic is because a lot of the traffic isn't necessarily looking for this information. A lot of it's coming on. They're looking to buy from company. They're not like, I don't know how to describe it. It'd be like my site's all about bakery or baking, and the most trafficked pages are where to buy muffin tops online. Whereas all this information that I'm selling is how to start a bakery. So there's kind of not a disconnect, but most of the traffic is transactional. They're not looking to learn how to make muffins. They want to just buy muffins. So that's why collecting emails, all that kind of stuff is going on, and trying to be really selective with that, and why the opt-in rate is so low compared to the traffic. But anyway, that's why I'm writing the articles more tailored towards these products. So again, we get more tailored traffic. And yeah, they're all going to link to the e-commerce page for that digital product, regardless of, whatever. And then just, hey, guess what? People are searching for this stuff. Even if there's nothing that's showing up in Ahrefs or SEMrush, people are searching for it. As long as it gets indexed, people are going to be finding it. And it's really cool because I'm not going to say I'm like super early. There are a few competitors, like a few core competitors that, like 3 or 4. But early enough that I can take advantage of what I know and, the authority for the main site to rank quickly and start going. And then it's translated pages as well. Like people are looking for this stuff in other languages. It has the potential, you know what I'm saying? Lastly, as far as the email front goes, like after I set up a lot of most of the basics are set up. So I got to continue on with the email challenge thing. But what I want and what I have started doing, at least with one super sub niche that is actually working, is so the bakery thing, right? If my site isn't just about bakeries, it's about buying, food online, and then I also have how to start a food business. So if people are opted in and they go to pages that have to do with baked goods, bakeries, how to start a business, bakery business, how to sell cakes or something like that, they get segmented into a list. And then that list gets an automatic trigger of, hey, you are trying to start a bakery business. Here are some of our posts about starting a bakery business. If you're interested in learning more, hey, here's why social media is going to be vital for your bakery business. Hey, we have this caption pack for your bakery business if you struggle with coming up with ideas for social media. See what I'm getting at? So a very, very segmented and tailored email drip to, depending on what page they go to on the site. And then kind of like one of those things where like the more they go to the site, the more kind of lists they can join. And they're all just, hey, we saw you looking at making pizzas. You want to open a pizza shop? Hey, guess what? Here are some of the articles we've written about opening a pizza shop. Hey, here's uh, here's a product P&L statement template that you can use for your pizza shop. It's only 99 cents. It's perfect. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's what we're getting after. That's why we got the VA back on board, so she can hit publish. I've taught her how to do everything as far as linking to the e-commerce in those pages. Oh, it's lovely. All I have to do, literally click and drag and send it her way, and she can do all of that part. So, man, I think that's it. You've made it this far. You're crazy.